Hello, and welcome back to Doomed, solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Today, Alessandra Zorzi, the Countess, continues her journey written in rock. That's right, the Feast of Hemlock Vale, the first day. She's found herself deep underground, trapped by a cave-in, surrounded by friends, lovers, enemies, Welcome to Doomed, everybody. I'm absolutely chuffed to have you all here. Do we like the level of the music now that I've turned it down somewhat? It's probably fine. Yeah, sounds good. Do I have anything else to say? That little bit of... Oh, God. Hang on. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix this because it's going to bother me otherwise. Come here, you. That's the ticket. Whee! Technically... Oh, shit. Hello, flower! Shh. Don't worry about it. It's all good. What a chaotic start to a chaotic day! Ah! Oh, God. Okay, we're good. Exactly, weirdness. Exactly, flower. Don't worry, guys. I am just simply getting us into the mood for what we're going to be experiencing, which is the world coming apart at the seams that bind our reality together and hide this reality from the universes beyond. I look very small in the frame. Is that because I haven't put my chair up fully? I think so. Hang on. Yeah! There's nothing behind the scenes. There is only wood. Oh, I'd love some sheep. Welcome back to Doomed. Very happy to have you all here. Extra big shout out to Blanky Cat. Blanky Cat, welcome. Saw you on YouTube, dropped in the Discord, and now you're here again. Lovely. But of course, I would be remiss if I didn't also greet Flower of August, Weirdness, The Crosshair, anyone who's watching on the VOD. Thank you, guys. I meant to get back to this scenario before today so that we could start scenario night 1, but it is what it is. Plus, now I had to start late because I'm just getting back from being out and about. Oot and about. So, you know, we're going to do our best. Reminder that at 3 p.m. Eastern, so after this stream, after a little break, there is no Drew Crew, but there will be the Poe Show. I'm going to read some Edgar Allan Poe because I think that'll be fun. Ooh, the settlers of Hemlock Vale. Yes, weirdness. It's because they arrived. The mutated fauna was there. Well, hey, look, Flower. Let's pretend that I do at least, okay? And of course, a reminder that Montreal by Moonlight is back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern at its old new time. All right. Oh, a guest. Oh, God damn it, Crosshair. I'm going to hide the very obvious Starbucks logo on this mug. Apologies. Okay, shorter Doom stream it is. Let's get into it. I just want to remind everybody, story-wise, where we were before I start staring at a whole mess of cards. So, Alessandra Zorzi, the Countess, socialite by day, criminal mastermind by night, literal magic, silver-tongued, you know. There's a family called the Hemlock Owners. That's right, Blanky Cat. Yeah, the William Hemlock is someone we met in the prelude who was like, could you help me fix the infestation in my house? And we were like, be right with you, buddy. And we were not. But we will, hopefully, because I think that's somewhere Zorzi would go. Okay. Alessandra Zorzi, the Countess, socialite by day, criminal mastermind by night, is here on the Isle of Hemlock Vale at the request of Dr. Henry Armitage. She is the face of the scientific expedition being headed up by Dr. Rosa Marquez, and there's another guy whose name I've forgotten. They are investigating the strange flora and fauna of Hemlock Isle, the mutations therein, the strange happenings. Alessandra Zorzi, meanwhile, is looking to make her mark on the community by trying to figure out where all of the valuables are and make off with them during the Feast of Hemlock Vale. In order to do so, she figured, step one, I'm going to make some good relationships with some of the people who live here. She met numerous different people on the Isle, people whom I will now refer to from the campaign guide because I've forgotten their names. She developed some good relationships with, let's see, Gideon Mizra, the sailor, Theo Peters, man about town, William Hemlock, one of the old owners of the place, who then was quite angry at the young upstart River Hawthorne, who is apparently trying to take over the Hemlock family. And the Atwoods, Leah Atwood, sister of the leader of Hemlock Vale, and I'm just going to call him Simone, probably. Simone Atwood, the nephew of the leader of Hemlock Vale, Mother Rachel. Now, she also met the Muscle, Judith Park. Lots of people. She decided that the best way... yes, thank you, Crosshair. I think... let's see if this works. Bam! It's pretty good. I added a May because I actually feel like more recent campaigns are really much better about this, even though they're supposed to be kind of fucked up and weird, you know? It's a good point, Flower. She probably doesn't have to be too worried. But how is she going to get out of here? With the help of her new friends. She ventured, I think it was north, towards... I'm just going to read what I read about this section first. Just to remind myself of where we were going. To the north, the abandoned North Point mine lies empty and overrun with strange wildlife. Now, Simone Atwood, or I'm just going to call him Simon, sorry. Simon makes more sense to me. Simon Atwood said, oh, that's my clubhouse. Like, you're not allowed to go in there. I blocked it off, man. Alessandra was like, okay, well, maybe I can help him, and he's a troublemaker. He could be a spy on Mother Rachel for me. Right? Ventured into the caves. In the caves, she and her lover slash friend slash semi-bank account, Bianca Di Katz, the singer, were venturing through, picked up some very interesting kind of gems, found a certain River Hawthorne. Character trivia! Woohoo! Let me know what the... Oh! You have to... Yeah, Crosshair. What's the character trivia that you'd like to know about Alessandra Zorzi? Who created this mine? What an excellent question. The Rock Point Mine was the creation, of course, of Mr... Is it called... Hang on, I just want to make sure that I'm not incorrect. North Point Mine. Well, Crosshair, of course it was dug out by the North Point Company, headed up by Mr. North himself. That's Nolan North's grandfather, Nolan North Sr. Nolan North Sr. See, I shouldn't be improvising this because now it's canon and it's silly. Nolan North Sr. dug out this mine about, let's say, 30 years maybe before the events of this stream, of this campaign, ostensibly looking for tin, zinc, and maybe even a bit of gold and silver. But what he found disturbed him even more. The man drank himself into a stupor for 30 years, and only on his deathbed did his eyes gleam with blues and greens, and he said, "The crystals! The crystals!" before he died. Character trivia. Okay. Zorzi, Bianca Di Katz are in a mine. They found... Thank you, Crosshair. They found River Hawthorne, big in New York, one of the residents here on Hemlock Isle. We helped River gather some, like, flowers and gems and stuff for I think for a bouquet for a love. I wonder who that is. But Alessandra knows about love, knows about the power of it, knows about the power of it to manipulate. When the three of them reached the end of the, like, kind of cave system, there was a big cave-in, and they found themselves at the control station for the mine. The back of the station is filled with crates of very old dynamite and stocks of gunpowder. In this final kind of just during and after the cave-in, Zorzi managed to beguile a strange monster, part human, part beast, perhaps some sort of bat monster. Yes, thank you, Blanky Cat. I will. I'm going to pick up a few more so that I can have a few to play with, but we'll see. But Alessandra also saw something that she didn't understand. The man who had given her last job in Arkham before Dr. Henry Armitage tried to give her something a bit more above board. Zamacona, sorry. The criminal. He seems to be here as well. He seems to be watching from a distance. How is that possible? And why? And just as she saw him, she withdrew from her bag the silver moth, which was a beautiful, ornate relic that she found while doing the job for Zamacona, robbing the old man's house. But she decided to keep it. Ooh. So, we have -1 sanity. Okay, no, let's recap the board state here. Zorzi is in the minecart at the control station. We'll talk about the minecart in a moment. Under our control is Bianca D. Katz, damaged, a little scared, a little shaken, but she's all right. She's still got some money for us if we want it. River Hawthorne is giving us +1 will, Chickachucha, and if we have 2 clues and River at the end of the scenario, we helped River, which is nice. Under our control as well, our finest spelunking clothes, the ability to pickpocket our enemies, and of course, the fox mask. Oh, God. No, we can try, Flower. I need a good punishment for this sort of thing. Oh, bye, Blanky. That sounds absolutely wunderbar. Have the best time. No spoilers, but have the best time. I'm going to try to zip on to 3rd day in the next few weeks as well. Then we'll be all caught up. I cannot wait to hear about it. The fox mask, given to Zorzi by Theo Peters. And of course, the silver moth, the strange, near-live relic. We've got a few things in our discard pile. We've got part of our deck left. In hand, Kicking the Hornet's Nest, Beguile, and Well-Dressed. But we also have, in our threat area, Zamacona, the elusive criminal. He can't be parlayed with. And the first time we parley each round, we have to place a doom on him. This is potentially devastating. Elusive, as a reminder, is a new keyword in this set that says after he is attacked or attacks, after it resolves, he disengages and moves to a connecting location, like away from you, and exhausts. He's trying to stay away. Of course he's trying to stay away. He's trying to watch, and he's trying to accelerate the plans of Hemlock Isle if Zorzi uses her powers. Her powers of persuasion. 2 damage. 0 horror, but -1 sanity. 7 resources, 2 clues. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good board state. As a reminder, Agenda 2A. You now know why North Point Mine was abandoned. Writhing abominations and frenzied miners prowl the tunnels, hungry for their next meal. Locations with a story asset cannot be slid or swapped. Fine. Each enemy gains Hunter and resolves its Hunter, keyword, an additional time during the enemy phase. Okay, so Zamacona is actually going to be following us. Fine. When an enemy moves, adjacent locations are considered to be connected to its location. So we can't move in any direction, and we'll see why in a moment, but it can, or enemies can. So Zamacona maybe is just going to follow us. Maybe we just stop parleying. Call it a day. We're at 4 out of 14 Doom, because we had to take the Doom from the previous agenda. Act 2A, the Underground Maze. The only way out of North Point Mine is through the maze of rail tunnels. Exactly, Crosshair. That's the hope. Objective, get to the rail exit. When the minecart enters rail exit, immediately advance. As a reminder, we are here. Oh, you guys can't see that. That's where we are. And we are going to the rail exit. It's very far. There's some more stuff on the act here, but also there's some additional rules. I'm re-clarifying all of these for myself, and then we're going to jump in, because it's our turn to do some damage. Free trigger. During your turn, spend a clue, slide a location into an empty adjacent space, or swap to adjacent locations. As a reminder, of course, this is like those tile puzzles where you can like, there's one empty space and you're trying to arrange it in a specific way, so you have to like move things around. You can slide into an empty space, but you can also swap to locations. Action, spend a resource, slide a revealed location into an empty adjacent space. Group limit once per round. And then it also says, if the prismatic shard story asset is at your location, take control of it. That would be nice. However, there is also another story asset, something that we might want to deal with as well, which is our good friend, Simon Atwood, the dedicated troublemaker, up here at the rail tunnel. He's the priority. Like, in my mind, ideally, we just, like, cart up and over, and we get to the exit. As opposed to up, back down, get the prismatic shard, go back up, and leave. It's possible. Now, rules. Let's remind ourselves how this works, shall we? So, rail locations have rail icons on them. They represent the track that the minecart moves along. When a rail icon on a location faces one on an adjacent location, they are aligned. When they are aligned, they are connected to each other. I'm going to give you an example. Let's have a look. The control station, you can see it has a track at the top right and at the bottom right. So, if there was a connecting rail here, then it would be connected, but it's not. If there was one here, it would be connected, but it's not. Oh, right, I have to remember. That's how that works. Although I will say 1 shroud and 2 clues is pretty nice. So currently the minecart is not aligned with anything. However, as an example, if I were to swap this location and this location, you can see this location does have a track in its bottom right. So when it moves here, it would become aligned. Great, everybody understands. Fantastic. Let's have a look at the rest of the rules. Sliding and swapping allows you to create a path to the exit. Great. When you slide, you move things into an empty space. To swap them, everything gets moved at both locations. Fine. Locations with story assets cannot be slid or swapped. Good. Minecarts. You're in the minecart. You can't move except in the minecart. Great. The minecart has one icon. It shows which direction it's moving in, basically. When it moves, it can only move along a rail line to a connecting location. When the minecart enters a location, you may turn it 90 degrees to face the same direction as a rail icon on that location. So we can, basically, anytime the minecart moves, I'm allowed to turn it 90 degrees in order to keep it on a rail. Great. Okay, now, what's important here, I think, this is going to be the most important part. This minecart, reliable but broken. Forced. This is I think, going to be the key of the game. Because we don't just move the minecart, it's rolling on its own, right? At the end of the enemy phase, move minecart once. If it moves off the rail line, i.e. if it moves into a location where it's not on an aligned rail, each investigator is defeated and suffers a physical trauma. I'd rather not. Reaction. When minecart moves, spend a switch to either cancel the move or move it an additional time. So I could, in theory, and then it says group limit twice per phase. So in theory, in the enemy phase, I could spend 2 switches to move it thrice if I know that that's something I want to do. Switches are, of course, things I've been collecting throughout the scenario. That's okay. And we have a way of sliding or swapping with a clue. We have a resource to slide. We have the control station that allows us to swap. Here we go. Great question, Flower. No, you cannot. Because there is no rail line that is connected. If we take a look here, this rail tunnel has a rail on the right side, and this one has one on the left side, but there's nothing in between them. There's an empty space. Although you do make a good point. Yeah, adjacent locations without aligned rail icons are not connected. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, that's what I would say. So the plan is we're going to get up and try to rescue Simon Atwood. That's the plan. How are we going to do this? An excellent question. What do we have? Zamakona. No parleying, please. Oh, yes, of course, Flower. Let's have a look as well at the prismatic shard, the alien meteorite. So this is just down in the depths of the mines, and we're going to maybe happen across it. It uses 4 brilliance. It's a relic item with color. And a reaction says, when a scenario card effect, so that's the agenda, the act, a treachery, not a weakness, though, not a player card weakness, right? When a scenario card effect would discard any number of cards from your hand, exhaust and spend a brilliance, ignore that effect, and draw that many cards instead. Chicka-choo-cha. That's some draw. We like that. Okay. Zamakona. Let's fucking party, man. Ah! I understand. I'm sorry, Cthulhu. My apologies. We are indeed finishing up Day 1, Written in Rock, Act 2. And I was just getting everything all settled so that we know what we're up to here. Alessandra, Bianca, River are all in the minecart. The strange suited man stands in front of the tracks, ready to destroy them. Thank you, Cthulhu. I salute you. And I hope to see you back ASAP. Well, let's just see here. Is there a trail all the way up? Yes. Other than these 2 locations. So, control station says, free trigger, during your turn, swap 2 adjacent rail locations. Group limit once per game. I'm only here once, so let's go ahead and swap these 2 locations. Pow. Easy. We need to evade Zamakona. We need to get some clues, hopefully. And then we can use those clues to slide and swap some more. Let's party. I only have 4 agility, which is a little roof. Not ideal. I can't parley him. Actually, it's already a little challenging. Am I going to just throw in a well-dressed? Oof. Disgusting. Oh, of course, Fox Mask. Let's do it. Yay. Well, good question, Flower. It refunds, or it replenishes an offering after you move out of a location with an enemy. But the plan is, and I should be clear, because I've always found the wording of that a little funky, they mean after you move out of a location that has an enemy in it, not after you move out of a location while carrying an enemy. So we're going to be replenishing one at the end of this turn. So let's start by evading our friend Zamakona. I'm spending an offering from the mask. Zorzi is going to... God damn it. The Countess is going to hurl some rocks at the man and attempt to push him out of the way. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Because I'm moving out of a location with an enemy. 6-3, because of the offering from the Fox Mask. Let's do it. Okay. Evaded. I'm going to exhaust pickpocketing to draw a card. As we steal from Zamakona. Lockpicks. I don't think we're going to have time for lockpicking in this wild, crazy minecart race that we're on. Let's get some clues, because the minecart is then going to move over the next couple of rounds, and potentially we'll spend some switches to make that go even faster. As a reminder, a clue slides a location or swaps location, and a resource and an action will slide a location. Oh, a revealed... Oh, interesting. It slides a revealed location into an empty adjacent space. We're going to investigate next. I have 4 intellect, and I'm just looking for anything at the control station that might help us. Maps, even just sketches. Zorzi is furiously searching through, and she's shouting to Bianca and to River to sort of like grab what they can while the minecart gets ready to start rolling. Oh, yes. Absolutely, Crosshair. At the end of the enemy phase, move minecart once. If it moves off the rail line, investigators are defeated and suffer a physical trauma. You can spend a switch when it's moving to cancel the move or move an additional time. Limit twice. So action, investigate. 4-1. Fantastic. Take a clue. I'm definitely going to want these clues, and we're going to do it again. 4-1. We'll take another clue. Fantastic. Okay, we're not unhappy with this, guys. Clues are going to help us rearrange things. I'm just going to remind myself here of something that I think is important. Swap to adjacent locations. Oh, no, locations with story assets can't be swapped. So you can't move yourself in the minecart to a, like, you can't swap with, yeah, you all understand. I can't swap the control station with the rail tunnel up north because the minecart is preventing me from doing that. There's a rule. Story assets cannot be, locations with story assets can't be swapped. But I think we're good. I'm basically going to roll all the way over to Simon, and I think that'll be fine. I've got clues. So that's my turn. Alessandra leaps into the minecart, reaching out a hand for River, reaching out another hand for Bianca, maybe smirking to herself a little bit, as they hop into the cart. Enemy phase. There are no ready enemies that hunt. However, at the end of the enemy phase, we are moving the minecart once. When minecart moves. So we're going to move minecart once and reveal this location. The forked rail. The air smells less foul down 2 passages. But should you really follow your nose? Well, you know, the map that they were able to find shows pretty much a straight shot north. At the end of the round, it says, if the minecart is at forked rail, discard a switch from the scenario reference card. Well, I definitely don't want to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and spend a switch to move an additional time. Ah! We're moving north. They are connected. Yeah, oh god. No, I think that's... it is possible, Crosshair, but I will say this one at least has the same on the front and the back. Let's have a look. This one is top, right, and down. Top, right, and down. Okay, I think we're good. The sunken rail. Ooh! The minecart, yeah, Alessandra throws a lever to make sure that they stay on the central rail here as they barrel through and then emerge into a subterranean cavern. The rail seems to dip underwater for just a moment. Foreshroud, 2 clues. It says forced. After sunken rail is revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded. Draw that enemy. Well, at least we've passed the enemy phase. I'm trying not to look at any of these. Ooh, God. All right. This is the burrowing hybrid. It definitely doesn't just eat worms. It's a 3/3/3 mutated creature. Hunter. After burrowing hybrid enters play, if the minecart is facing a connecting location, slide that location into an adjacent empty space. If you cannot, swap it with a location adjacent to it. What the hell, man? This fucking hybrid mole crap is like destroying the tunnels as I'm moving through them. The minecart is facing a connecting location. I can't slide it into an empty space. And I actually also, well, this is interesting, slide that location into an empty space. If you cannot, swap it with a location adjacent to it. No, the minecart is facing a connecting location. Slide that location into an adjacent space. So I would be moving this one. However, I can't move it into an empty space. That doesn't, there's nothing above it. There's only to the right and down. But I'm here with the minecart, which is a story asset. Yeah, but Simon is a story asset, and therefore I can't move this. I can't swap this tunnel either. So weirdly enough, by my reading, I think this fizzles, which is annoying, though, right? I mean, it's not annoying. It's just like, huh. And now I've got a horrible. Simon is too heavy to be moved. These tracks don't look so safe. As they dip underwater, the Countess turns around and calls back, "Hold your breath!" And they smash into the water, but the momentum of the minecart carries them out. They each gasp in and then start to scream as a horrific beast emerges from the water behind them. That's the enemy phase. Upkeep. Another copy of Beguile. Okay. I mean, I think we're doing okay. Yeah, it's just, I guess the question for me is, if I only have so many switches, so I can only move so many times. Oh, no! Oh, flower. It was 18 minutes ago. I haven't said it in 18 minutes. It's gotta be worth something. All right. Punish me. All right, the punishment is you must draw all the enemies in the encounter deck. No, what? No, come on. We go to the go to the mythos phase. We go to 5 doom. Oh god. Okay. Okay. What? Son of a. All right, flower. I'll take it. Oh, I should have put a offering basket back on the fox mask. A ghoul minion. Well, there's my punishment. It was a colossal and nameless blasphemy with glaring red eyes, and it held in bony claws a thing that had been a man, gnawing at the head as a child nibbles at a stick of candy. Running up from behind this massive mole creature with claws and growths and tumors and tentacles, a howl issues from the tunnel behind them. Bianca faints as that a creature very similar to the humanoid that they saw back at the cave-in erupts from out of the tunnel as well. We go back to the investigation phase. I think we're just evading, guys. So I could, in theory, beguile. Let's, as a reminder, Zamakona is here and says the first time I parley each round, I have to put a doom on Zamakona. Only the first time. Beguile is a trick where Alessandra uses her silver tongue and so on. That's it, Flower. You're all in the minecart, right? And it's like, you know, you're all in the minecart. Presumably some of the treacheries will do things to the minecart. Maybe you have to, like, restart it or something. Beguile is a trick. I attach it to a non-enemy at my location. Non-enemy. A non-elite enemy, sorry. Action to parley, which I have an additional action every turn to parley. Oh, Roger Twy. Hi, Roger Twy. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. You son of a gun. So I can parley to move enemies to a revealed location, or perform a basic investigate or evade. Because it's a parley action, Fine Clothes reduces its difficulty by 2. So essentially, I could trick both of these enemies and then evade them at even less difficulty. Now, normally, the action to move the enemy to a connecting location is good. You could move a non-hunter to a room that you don't have to go back into. You could, you know, beguile them to send them off on a wild goose chase. However, let's remember, in this scenario, enemies gain the hunter keyword and resolve its hunter keyword an additional time during the enemy phase. We are being chased. So I think evasion is a better bet here. It just is. I don't want any doom to accumulate on Zamakona, so I think I'm just going to evade the old-fashioned way. And we'll keep the burrowing hybrid with us if we need to, because the minecart moves on its own anyway. What are we investigating this sunken rail for? Alessandra starts trying to gather anything she can. She did manage to load a couple barrels of gunpowder into the minecart, but she's decided, well, this would be a good time for them. Maybe I can do something to destroy this creature. I'm going to attempt to evade the ghoul minion at 4-2. It's a success. We'll evade the ghoul minion. The ghoul minion trips on the rolling barrel of gunpowder as it smashes back behind them. Going to use pickpocketing to draw a card. Ooh, stir the pot. Stir the pot. Let's have a look at this guy. I love this. He did say something about your hair. Sorry, he did say something about your hair. To stir the pot is a trick. I don't know, Crosshair, I feel like you would like this card for some reason. I'm not sure why. Parley. Choose an enemy at your location. Test Intellect X. X is their combined damage and horror values. So most enemies do a damage and a horror, or 2 of 1, or whatever. So it's usually like 2. If you succeed, deal 2 damage to each enemy at your location. If you succeed by 2 or more, you may disengage from each enemy and move to a connecting location. It's a talkie dynamite! Exactly, and it works at your location, which is quite cool. However, let's not forget, nice little rule here. Investigators cannot move independently of the minecart, so the second part of this wouldn't do anything. However, I do like the idea, even though it's a parley, I do like the idea of keeping this in reserve and just using it to... This is the barrel of gunpowder that we've got on board. We're stirring the pot with a literal barrel of gunpowder. I think we're gonna have to be doing some sweet moving at some point. But to start here, exactly, Crosshair, we're gonna keep the word hole boom for a little later. I am going to evade the burrowing hybrid as well. I'm going to commit a beguile to go 5 to 3. A skull. Skulls are -X. My location's column number. Well, we're in column 1, so that's still a success. Column number. Okay, so that goes up to -5. Cool. The power of Thuum. Force. So Alessandra turns around and goes, Fuss, Rada! And everything just goes, wah, like flies back into the tunnel. Okay, evasion. It can be good. Good, okay. What else am I doing here? No investigation. We will be moving with the minecart. I have the ability to... spend a resource in Hey, Mistrich! How are you? Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. How is being doomed and doomed? A great question, Mistrich, and I agree with Crosshair. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, no, it's going well. This is the second half of the first scenario that I started last week. I had hoped to get to it sooner. It's been a wild week. See Punchy, see everything that Liz is doing. Liz is on set today. Very exciting for her. Absolutely chuffed for that. We are here in a mine under the Hemlock Isle. Alessandra Zorzi is attempting to save a couple of townsfolk from under the tunnel. Now, she's doing it for selfish reasons, but let's assume, you know, it'll be okay. Oh, exactly, Flower. Yeah, I think prepping the board might be a good shout, Crosshair. I'm thinking... Okay, so here's my thought. My plan. I'm going to go up to this rail tunnel and turn the corner and move to this rail tunnel where Simon is. So hopefully we can get Simon on our side or rescue him or whatever. Then we would continue east, but we're missing a connection here. So I could go down instead. Oh, God. I could go down instead, and then I'd have to move things. I think my thought would be swapping these two. Although this one's really fucked. What is this rail tunnel doing here? What a goddamn nightmare. I am all ears, Crosshair, much like a bunny or a hare. Oh, yeah, of course. Let me know what your thoughts are. I haven't even looked at columns like 4 and 5. I'm thinking... I have a sort of tentative plan, but I'm listening as well, Crosshair. I'm thinking I'm going to go this way. Ah, there you go. If it moves over here, then it doesn't have a connection left, but it doesn't need one. And then it can go down, right, and then we would move... Whoa. Oof. Maybe we'd swap these two and then move something over here. Or maybe we'd move this one over and up. No, we can't move this one. Maybe move this one over and up. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Well, yes. For now, Flower. For now. Oh, yeah, actually, that's a good point. I'm sure I'm going to stir the pot anyway, right? Let's stir some pots. What's the worst that could happen? I'm sorry. He's gone. I'm sorry, sir. He's gone. Yeah, we're absolutely fucked into bits. Okay. Let us spend an action to... No, I will be moving this one over here. And then from here, I'm going to be going over. I need this. Okay, so I'm going to spend my last action and 1 resource to slide this guy over here. I'm going to need it probably up 1 more, but it's something anyway. Yeah. The board continues to get prepped. Enemy phase. Due to her quick thinking, the Countess has managed to avoid the enemies for now. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Hunter's Hunt. The minecart moves at the end of the enemy phase. Hunter's Hunt. This guy says each enemy gains the hunter keyword and resolves its hunter keyword an additional time. So, Zamakona hunts twice onto us. Ugh, and deals a damage. 1 damage? Did I put it on Bianca? I think I put it on Bianca. What do you think? Does Zamakona just sort of... Whoa, don't delete my character. 1 damage. Does Zamakona just, like, appear out of nowhere? And just, like, absolutely murk Bianca? I don't know. Does he grab her out of the cart? Screaming? And he's elusive, of course, right? So after he attacks, he then disengages, moves to a connecting location. No cats on the train. Yes, seriously. And exhausts at a connecting location. However, it's now upkeep. So, oh, sorry, I move first. Alessandra screams as Bianca is pulled out of the cart by an unseen force. The gleaming eyes and perfect dinner jacket of Zamakona leer at her from the walls. What is this man doing here? Why is he here? What does he think he's doing? I'm going to turn the minecart because I can... When I enter a location, I can turn it so that it's still on a rail. Ah! This is another forked rail. If the minecart is at forked rail at the end of the round, discard a switch from the reference card. I'm in fact going to spend a switch. Piece of crap. And we're going to move with the minecart again to the next tunnel. Because I really don't want to discard... I want to use my switches. I don't want to discard them. Once again, Alessandra throws the switch to turn them to the right down a tunnel where she can hear the loud sobbing of... I want to say a child, but I think this is a young man. I think this is a fully grown man. All right, what do we got? Oh, it's another sunken rail! I don't believe it! Simon Atwood stands atop a rocky outcropping in the middle of water. He's pointing at something in the water, and when he sees the minecart coming around the corner, he starts to celebrate until he realizes that there are people in it. Then he points frantically at the water and tries to shout something. It sounds an awful lot like, you know, out, look out. After sunken rail is revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded. Uh-oh, this guy looks like a beefy one. In upkeep, these guys are all gonna ready. Jesus. Frenzied Miner. Bursting out from the water. A man. Not a strange humanoid. It's not a humanoid kind of monstrosity. A man. Screaming, frothing at the mouth. Water spilling from his mouth as well. The Frenzied Miner is an X4X, which sounds like a Vin Diesel movie. Oh, God. Okay, all right. Hunter. X is Frenzied Miner's column number. So it's a 242 right now. Forced, after Frenzied Miner attacks you, deal a damage to each other investigator and resident at this location. So, after he attacks me, he also deals a damage to everybody else. Saucy Civ expansion pack. River would take a damage, and of course, Simon would take a damage. I am not happy, guys. We are not happy. Okay, upkeep. The man. Oh, Stray of Curses. I can't parley with Zamacona. Damn it! This would be so good against Zamacona. This is the spell that either allows triple X, X plus X, triple X cubed, and X4X. Good. This is the spell that allows you to evade an enemy, put a doom on it because you've cursed it. It can't take damage, but you also get a clue. Or, if it has a doom on it, you can defeat it and gain a resource per doom. But I can't parley with Zamacona. Where are my other damage options? Stir the Pot does 2 damage. Zamacona has 3 health, that son of a... I'm gonna... Oh my god, I need my gun. I need my backstab. I need to mess shit up. I need to put an offering back on Fox Mask as well. Oh god. Excuse me. Okay. Nope. It's Mythos phase first, isn't it? 6 out of 14 Doom. Just punch him. What do you think you're doing? Alessandra reaches out a hand as the minecart barrels towards Simon. She's hoping he'll be able to leap in as they roll by. And hopefully they can get the miner off of the track as well. Grasping Hands. Test agility 3. For each point you fail by, take a damage. Aw. Yeah, Zoe would love these enemies. Oh, God. So, Mistrich, I do agree. It says dedicated troublemaker. But, and I think the art is... I could see that being the face of, like... So, I'll be honest with you. You know what this looks like. This looks like Simple Jack. From Tropic Thunder. Exactly what this looks like. Fred Weasley! Yeah, actually, yeah. Conan O'Brien! Perf! I love it. Oh my god. I know Simple Jack had blonde hair, but is it Dennis the Menace? See, but is it, is this child like 8 or like 25? I just don't know. Maybe we'll find out if we parley with him. Okay, Grasping Hands. For each point you fail by, take a damage. Well, I can't really afford to take any damage, so I think we're Fox Masking. We're going to go up to 6 to 3. Yeah, oh, that's actually a really good point, Crosshair. Chicka-choo-cha. Jimmy Fallon and Conan O'Brien, he had an ugly, ugly child. The miner reaches bloodied stump arms towards the minecart as it races by, trying to grab at it and stop it, but it continues to barrel ahead. On to my turn. What do I need to do on this turn? I need to evade the frenzied miner. I need to move a location. Fuck me, we're gonna get absolutely blasted. Yeah, we're gonna get absolutely blasted. I need to move a location over, or this location, or this location. Yeah, run them over. Yeah, no big deal. And I need to parley with Simon. There's only so many frickin' things I can do here, guys. Let's start with the parley action. I'm parleying Simon. I'm putting a doom on Zamacona because of my delightful ability to convince people to do things. Test agility 2. If you succeed, read a codex. Now, it's agility 2, but of course, I am reducing that difficulty to 0 because of the fine clothes. So let's test 4 to 0, please. -2. We're good. Okay, so I've done that. I'm reading Codex 3. We reach out, we stretch out our hands for Simon, and we read Codex 3. If Simon Atwood is not under the control of an investigator, as the minecart judders over a rickety bridge, you notice a small figure dangling from the edge of the precipice. Acting on instinct, you lean down the lip of the minecart, catch the figure by the forearm as you hurtle past. As you pull him into the cart, You recognize him as Simon, Chief Mischief Maker of the Vale. He brushes himself off, cheeks white as paper. I was looking for my stash. All the part of the... His weed, obviously. Thanks for saving me. I don't know what I would have done without you. Choose an investigator to take control of Simon Atwood. An investigator may trigger this codex again, which means we can parley a second time for, presumably, an additional benefit. Simon! +1 agility. You'll love to see it. I'm parleying again because I want to see what else he can do. I have a feeling this is gonna really mess shit up for me here. I needed to have turned the minecart this way. Fuck me. So many enemies. There's so many things in this tunnel. We're gonna test again at 5 to 0. It's good enough. Sorry, Flower. It's gonna come up, Flower, don't worry. No, don't do it like that. Simon pulls the lever on the cart. How are you still alive? I'm surprised you even found me. He hits a switch at the side of the tunnel and grins rakishly. That's how it done. That's how it done. Jesus Christ, Scott. That's how it's done. Place 2 resources on the scenario reference card as switches. What up? We've got extra switches. Okay, that's actually really good news. That is really, really good news. I'm thinking we do a bunch of swapping, and then we just run the train, so to speak, all the way down. I think the fact that there's so many enemies like poised to come and kill us is really a little scary, TBH. Okay, I need to evade the miner, obviously. He's got 2 evade, 2 agility. I'm 5 to 2, and I think that's probably okay. I could also beguile him. Oh, Flower, I'm basically gonna see how it pans, how it shakes out. I need to move a location so I have somewhere to go. And I have to like rearrange a bunch of locations to try to figure out basically where can I go. If I can make it to the prismatic shard and spend an action to pick it up, I'll be very happy. But I have a feeling it's going to get pretty gnarly in a second as all of these enemies come to attack us. This is what I don't really understand. They're all hunters. I guess I should be killing them and not evading them. Yeah, that's probably the best bet I have. Man, that sucks. What I wouldn't give for a good backstab right now. I could just String of Curses him. With the plan to kill him later. Oh, good question, Mistrich. Sinking Rail says after it's revealed, discard find an enemy in the encounter deck and draw it. So we drew the miner. Oh, it's really, really terrifying, guys. What I'm confused about is I can only move the minecart once at a time. I can spend a switch to move extra, basically. So if I've lined up a number of locations, I can do that. But all of these enemies are going to be on me, like right away. So I guess the idea is like kill all of them or evade all of them, and then the minecart will move a whole bunch of times, and I stay ahead of them that way? I wish I could spend actions moving, but I can't. Alright. I need to do something with this frenzied miner, and I think I just want to evade him. Yeah, we're going to stir the pot and kill some people later. Here we go. We're evading 5 to 2. I love it. Pickpocketing goes off. The minecart hurtles by the screaming man and his bloodied stumps. As Simon grins and sort of shakes his fist at the guy as we roll by. You know. Yeah, and stay out! Okay. Last action. Last action, I need to put something so that I can actually move somewhere here. I guess it's going to be this rail tunnel? No, it's going to be this rail tunnel. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, too. Spend a clue, slide a location into an empty adjacent space, or swap to adjacent location. Ah! So I could also do this. I could start swapping locations around. Hang on, that's what I could do. I have 2 clues and an action. So I could do a slide and 2 swaps. Because I also have 2 sort of spare clues. My plan is to try to get ahead of these horrible monsters. No, I can't do that. It's not going to happen. Unless I move them far enough away that they can't get me, but that's just not... If I swapped... Oh, actually, if I swapped these guys back, then Zamakona is going to be here. It's better than nothing, though, isn't it? Okay, let me think about this. I need something to be here. I think I want it to be... I also want... That doesn't help me at all. That doesn't help me at all either. These are all just side connections. It's the worst. Hi, Crosshair. Welcome back. Just figuring out what the best play is here, because I was thinking clues allow me to swap locations that don't have story assets, or slide, and I have 1 action left with a resource. I could slide a location. So I have lots of options. In my mind, ideally, I move this location back a couple of places to keep the ghoul and the hybrid away from me, right? That's the real cool idea. But then that doesn't really help me because I mean, it keeps them away, but like it doesn't keep them away enough, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, well, I definitely need to move a location, right? A circle, as in, like I can break? Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Mistrich. They're going to be on me, though. That's the problem. That's the big issue that I'm having right now, is that all of these enemies are going to double hunt to be on me. And that's before I move. So I can't swap my location. So I would put something here, and then I'd be able to, like, maybe, like, move, but then they're all going to be on top of me. At which point, I guess I stir the pot and try to beat them all up. Let's theoretically say, bear with me, everyone. Say I swap these locations. It's now more than 2, they're more than 2 locations away. Zamakona is not, which is annoying, but that's not the end of the world. They're now more than 2 locations away. Yeah, that's the, no, no, they are not Flower, that's the problem. They are restricted by adjacent locations, so if I, like, move something away from them, they have to move through locations that exist and not through empty space. Okay, so that was a clue and a free trigger to swap. I could spend a switch to not move, Crosshair. When the minecart moves, spend a switch, cancel the move. And then next turn, just, like, run. But I'd rather make some progress, you know? I'm thinking now I move this guy in. No. I move this guy in here. So I'm thinking this is my idea, guys, right? Where did this clue come from? Oh, it was here. No, wait. Oh, right. This is the clue I spent. Potentially. So let's say I spend an action and a resource moving one over. So now, this is my plan. These guys... fuck, they end up here. Ugh. Yeah, the sunken one I moved down. I swapped it with forked rail. Yeah, exactly. Say I slide this in. Now my run will look like this. Down, right. And then I need something here. Maybe I move this rail tunnel up one. Yeah, maybe I move this rail tunnel up one. Okay. I'm getting somewhere. And that's another slide for a clue. Yes, correct, Flower. So I would still get hit by Zamakona. The minion and the hybrid here, these guys, they'll hunt. Sorry, they'll hunt to here. But then it's the end of the enemy phase, so they no longer attack. I would roll through their location and collect them all, which is awful news, but like, you know, maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. But now, based on what I've done, I can at least, like, go down. Great question, Mistrich. There is no connection to the right here. There's no, this rail tunnel does not have a track on the left-hand side, which means I can't, yeah. This is where it's getting really awful. Because I'd have to, this guy was, fuck, where was this guy? Shit. Now I can't remember. I think this was here. Yeah, I swapped, I slid, and I slid this up. So I could swap these two instead. But then what? Oh, then I'd be running across. But then what? This one also doesn't have anything on the left. Nasty. What a nasty piece of work. Just awful. This honestly is like, it's like, it's a fine puzzle. I just think that I've kind of, the RNG of this has like, it's not screwed me. I'm fine, but it's looking a little nasty. I think the plan stands. Switch, run through, continue. Yeah, but okay, no, but the point is I want to evade everything. So I evade everything here. Now, but then the miner is here. I think so too, Flower. Mistrich, I have, in theory... I'm going to reset everything really quick, just so I know kind of what I'm doing. Mistrich, I have 4 clues total. I need to keep 2, so there's 2 that are available right now, and I'm hoping to grab some more as I go. All right, Crosshair is suggesting the following. Swap. At this location... Move and swap column 4. I don't... So I would move... So you're saying I would move here, and then I would... What? Swap these two? No, you said column 4. I'm going to wait for folks to explain what their thoughts are while I think about this. If I were to do that, so I've swapped these two, let's say. How dare they, Osab? All right, hang on, guys. I'm resetting the map to where it was. This is how it was. Yeah, that makes sense, eh? So I could, in theory, let's in theory suggest that I do a little swapperoo. 1, do another little swapperoo. 2, and maybe even a slideroo? God, it's the fact that there's no like up downs here. I could slide this guy up, and then I could like whee. But then I'm fucked. Then I'm totally locked in here. This is awful. So that's a terrible idea. I'd have to move a whole bunch over. But at least I'd be far away, which is good. So let's, in theory, I said I did a couple of swaps. So I'd be able to go here, down, and... Nope. I'd be able to go here and down. And then I'd be stuck. I'm not stuck. I just have to keep swapping stuff around. Take a look at these connections here. This rail tunnel has nothing on the left to connect to. This one has nothing on the left, or the right for that matter. This one has nothing on the left. This one has no up-downs. This one is just a corner. Fucking useless. This one can't be moved at all because the prismatic shard is here. It's a left and an up. Oh my god. Yes, Mistrich! Yeah, we're gonna have to... Oh my god. Okay. I like this plan, though. I think I'll move 2, and then I'll figure out where to go from here. Because here's the other thing. I bet there's a treachery that's like, swap your location! Whoa! You know, like, I bet something crazy town could happen. Did I run out of music again? Whee! Guys, I do like this, though. Let's say I've done that, shall we? Let's say I've done that. So it's... Sorry. So it's 2 free triggers. Is it once per round? No, it's not. Thank goodness. Spend a clue, slide a location into an empty adjacent space, or swap to adjacent locations. So I swapped these 2, and then I swapped these 2, which gives me a nice clear thing. Ah, but now the enemies are on me again. Fuck. Okay. Fuck. This is the whole point. God damn it. What if I only do 1 swap and then move this down and this up? That's pretty good, right? Zamakonis can still get to me, but these guys can't, and then they'll be a little further behind. And I just need to get clues and keep picking it up. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, cool. Cool. Because that costs me another clue to do. Oh, and I have an action. I could use the action to move a rail. Yes, of course, Crosshair. I'll have to zoom in probably, eh? Slide a revealed location into an empty adjacent space. Slide a location. Oh, a revealed location. Well, that's just fucking useless. I think so too. All right. Man, I wish there was some other way of swapping other than... Well, okay, actually, I could grab a clue. Or I could try to grab a clue. Yeah, exactly. And then I can swap these 2 as well. That'll be nice, I think. I will try to interpret what you have to say here, Crosshair, as we go. Okay. Yeah. Move this guy up. Up. Ah, okay. I think that makes sense. If I need to swap these 2 still so I can end up at this sort of like location. But let's say I get there. Then you're saying this guy goes up. So I have a way across. These guys have to each go up once. So slide, slide, slide. Swap, maybe? Or I could even swap and then move it up or something. And then I have a way across! No prismatic. No prismatic shard, but maybe that one's okay. Let's go with this. I still have an action left, team. I'm going to use it to try to get a clue. Bear with me on this. This will hopefully allow me to, do an additional swap. Basically, that's the plan. And then hopefully I can get more clues later. Okay, so 4 intellect, 4 shroud. Commit a intellect icon. Commit an offering from the fox mask. We go to 7. I didn't spend my classes playing Pipe Dream. Did you? 7 of 4. Go, son of a bitch! Oh no! Well, that's a disaster. As the cart hurtles along towards the east, the man with his hands cut off, screaming from behind, Alessandra reaches out for something on the wall, which she thinks might be, I don't know, a small stick of dynamite, maybe a map. And Simon has to pull her back into the cart really quickly as it hurtles by an additional little shelf of rock sticking out. Would have taken her head right off. That is... What will I tell my Stardew townies? Oh, I'm sorry, Flower. Oh, God, that's terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, enemy phase. Hunters hunt. I'm gonna start with these two dudes. They hunt up. This guy's exhausted. Tuckered out, if you will. Zamakona comes in, deals a damage. I'm gonna put it on Simon. He then is elusive, so he will go backwards. Unless he goes forwards and I try to kill him. I don't have a backstab or anything. If I had a gun or a backstab, I could probably kill Zamakona. And that really opens up a lot for me. No, I'm gonna put him back here. Yes, Roger Twy. Hunters hunt twice! Because it's the mines, right? It's their territory, and it's not our territory. Crosshair. A good point. During your turn, spend a clue to either slide a location into an empty adjacent space or swap to adjacent locations. Fine. Action, spend a resource, slide a revealed location into an empty adjacent space once per round. That's all you can do with that action. Blech. Not much more I can do at this point. All right, Zamakona fires off a shot. It rings out. I guess I would have done this. Oh, yeah. Oh, in the end. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Let's do it. And then we're gonna move. Here we go. Hunters have hunted. It's the end of the enemy phase. The minecart chugs along to the rail tunnel. It's a fucking forked rail motherfucker. Oh no! Ugh. When the minecart moves, spend a switch, cancel the move, or move an additional time. I want to blast everything, Mistrich. This guy cannot be parlayed with, which makes him, well, it makes him the signature weakness for Alessandra Zorzi, which makes sense to me. All right. Motherfucking forked rail bullshit. At the end of the round, if the minecart is at forked rail, discard a switch from the scenario reference card. I don't think there's anything I can do about this because actually, I'm gonna be a little crazy here, guys. I'm gonna spend a clue now. Oh, it says during your turn. No, never mind. I can't. I thought I could spend the... Yeah, except... Take a look, Mistrich. The connections are as follows. This way, nothing. Down, nothing. Yeah, Mistrich, I was going to switch these two because I hoped that this... Anyway. Oh, flowers. C'est vrai? No, so far they've all been the same, I think. It's okay, we're losing a switch. Oh, actually, that sucks, because the whole point was to get away from the enemies. Is there anything I can do here? I can't... No, sorry, Crosshair, I want to go down, to be clear. Sorry, yes, I should be clear. I was here thinking about moving downwards, but there was no... Well, it was empty at this point. Yeah, but there was nothing here. These enemies, I wanted to, like, move this guy back. I'd have to have moved this over as well. I could have slid something in, I guess. But then what? There's no left here! Oh my god, it's just such a nightmare. It's fine, it's just there's... Well, actually, this is what's killing me. There are very few connections on the left from where I am. That's the hope, Graspy Loot. Although I will tell you, Graspy Loot, the minecart rail saga here is also pretty wild from an RNG perspective of like where all of the connections have ended up. I like it, but it's a little insane. If I had... I'm just... Okay, I didn't know that this was going to be a forked rail, so I'm... Yeah. Exactly, I'm not dead, right? It's the end of the enemy phase. It's the end of the... Let's upkeep first. Okay, sneak attack. We like that. I'm readying Zamakona. I'm readying the Frenzied Miner. Oh my god, it's the end of the round. Oh, no, I want to do this. So I have to discard a switch. That's fine. The plan is clues, and we're going to get absolutely mobbed, so we try to prepare ourselves for that. Hey, who knows? Maybe this dangerous ride will, maybe we'll draw something pretty cool here. Who knows? Maybe it'll be good. Oh, it's bad! After Burrowing Hybrid enters play, if the minecart is facing a connecting location, it is not. The minecart is not facing a connecting location because there is no connection here. Mother... If you cannot, swap it within a location adjacent to it. Oh, no, that's... No, if the minecart is facing a connecting location. Well, I can't. It's not, so I'm just chilling. Well, that is an absolute cock-up of... Can I survive a full-on beating from the enemies that are coming? That's my question. I feel like it's about to get really fucked, guys. All right. Clues. Beep boo. Oh god. Yep. Yeah, it definitely works. It's the, well, we'll see. The enemies might end up being a bit of an issue here, but we'll see how it goes. Another creature, much like the first, a mole of massive proportions, rips through the rock and wood and iron rails as if they were nothing, screeching. Yeah, it's... Well, that's... Yeah, I think so, Flower. That's how I read it. And maybe I'm wrong here. It says, after it enters play, fine. If the minecart is facing a connecting location, do this thing. It's not facing a connecting location, so don't do this thing, right? And then it says, if you cannot, slide that location into an empty adjacent space. Swap it, blah, blah, blah. I think this is meant to mess you up, right? You're facing a connecting location, it messes up that location. But... That's, yeah. If it worked the other way, it feels like it would be useful, because I'm not facing a connecting location, but I could give myself a connection. Yeah. Hit me up, Graspy Loot. What is certain? What is certain? It definitely doesn't just eat worms. That's for sure. Zorzi grits her teeth and gets ready to mess up some motherfuckers. All right, we got some things to do here, guys. We're going to evade, and then we're going to start getting some goddamn clues, because we need them ASAP. Evasion would be good. I know! I left the gun in town! What was I doing? No. It's a good question, Graspy Loot. Alessandra Zorzi, the Countess, can take rogue cards, cards with parley, and neutral cards. Cards with parley would include things like, I don't remember what it's called now, but that 3 XP secret card that says, evade an enemy, get 2 clues, whatever. Confound! Yes, she can take that, because it's got parley on it. It would be baller. Okay, what do I have in hand here? I'm well dressed. Great. A sneak attack. Amazing. Fantastic. Oh, a cigarette case. Sure, I can. Oh, yeah, just smash that on top of the silver moth here. Why not? Beguile. Beguile, quite good. I think I'm going to beguile this hybrid. Free action. free action. Extra action, parley. To evade the burrowing hybrid. Reduces my difficulty by 2. I'm 5 to 1. I think that's a -4. -4. It's still a success, guys. It's still a success. She reaches out, Alessandra Zorzi reaches out with her mind and begins to replicate the clicks and hisses of the creature, but with a tone that she hopes communicates peace and love and maybe just a sense of we're just passing through. She doesn't know the language, but she understands the subtleties of it. I'm going to draw a card from pickpocketing. Look at this. Look at this lady. See, she does. She has exactly peace, love, and fuck offery. This is her ritual that allows her to... So this is an asset that allows you to play events with parley from your discard pile. But then you have to remove it from the game. It's like a sort of, you know, if you really want to make shit work, sometimes you gotta use a little bit of... Sometimes you gotta use a little bit of magic. Very good flower. I like that a lot. Okay. I can now move things with Beguile. But why would I? Oh! No. I know. Because I could move this creature over, and then I could evade the miner with it as well, but, like, what's the point, really? I just want to get clues. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to use Beguile to parley, investigate at my location. It reduces the difficulty because of fine clothes. She is essentially now trying to communicate to this creature, where's the way out? Where's the way away from your land? You know? Where's the way that I can leave so that you don't have to be offended by my presence? You know? Yeah, so I'm investigating 4 to 1 because of fine clothes. Let's do it. 4 to 1. Oh! Nasty. If you fail a skill test while resolving this ability, discard Beguile. No, that didn't last long. The creature grits its teeth and hisses one more time. We don't need a clue. We have 2. I'd rather get clues later, but that's okay. She asked too much. I'm going to spend an action and a resource to slide this. I need clues. I still want clues, I should say. I'm thinking I could just try to investigate. Fucking 4 to 3 is not very nice, is it? String of curses doesn't help me here today. Oh, I should have... no, it's fine. Exactly, crosshair, but I need a clue for that. Oh, shoot, I thought it said animal can. This is basket... What the... Why did it take so... Why did I take 4 dots in basket weaving? Who needs these baskets? Now, I have the clue to do it, but I would rather get another clue. I'd rather get another clue and use that one. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend an offering to go 6 to 3. Fantastic. We'll get a clue, and we'll immediately spend it to swap the 2 locations below me. So we now have a path ahead, 2 locations at least, which is good. And then we have a few more things that we need to, like, move this up, do a little swapperoo, move this up, do a little swapperoo. More clues, good. That's the end of my turn. All right, guys. Somebody pray for me in the enemy phase. Hunter's Hunt. Here we go. Who's ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, girl. All right. Let's just quickly count. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage and 2 horror. 2 horror is okay. 1 goes on River. 1 goes on Simon. 1 of the damage goes on Simon. The other 3 damage goes on... 2 damage goes on me. 1 damage on River. And then obviously Zamakona is elusive, so he will move back a location. So stupid. What the fuck is this? Oh no! After Frenzied Miner attacks you, deal a damage to each other investigator and resident. Okay, well, okay. Okay, so in fact, I need to take the 2 damage on myself. Uh-oh. We're not dead. Thank you, Flower. Hey, we're not dead, guys. We're not dead. In fact, I have a parley specifically for this where I can transfer some of my damage to an enemy. The creatures erupt out of the rock, pouring in from the tunnel behind Alessandra. She turns to Simon and points at the creatures. What the hell are those things? And he just crouches down to try to, in a desperate attempt to try to increase the speed of the cart that they're on. So that's Hunter's Hunt. Enemy phase. End of the enemy phase. The minecart moves down. I did. Oh, no, I didn't. You're right. Oh, sorry. Yes, right. Sorry, I had to take... I understand. Yes. What I should have done is not taken the damage off. I should have put it on me. Thank you, that's fair. The townsfolk! Okay. We've moved down and we 90-degreed our minecart so that it goes to the right. Warped rail. Looking down the spiraling tunnel makes your head swim. Aww! After the minecart enters warped rail, move the minecart once. It's got victory 1. Okay. It's forced. I could spend a switch to cancel the move. However, I will argue, and I hope people are not offended by this, as much as Alessandra Zorzi would love to be a scientist and try to figure out, oh, how is this tunnel warping? As much as I love that, Crosshair, I don't want to just get absolutely boned on day 1. So I am going to forcibly move the minecart over. I can't believe you've done this. We're gonna move to this rail tunnel and okay, well now I have to spend a switch to stop it moving because this warped rail is not connected to anything. I could move back, but I would spend a minecart to cancel the move out. I think I want to be here. I don't want to be back there. It really is, eh, Flower? Crosshair, are you suggesting I go back and then just keep going back and forth for... Like, what are you suggesting? That I move back here and then stop here? Why? Why not just stop here instead? It's all the same. I want to be closer to the goddamn exit. I hate this minecart ride. I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. I told you I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. I'll spend a switch to stop myself going. Oh, that way! Oh, of course! Obviously. I could just never die. Huzzah! What? What is it, Graspy-Loo? Ah, true point, Flower. When you enter a location, you can turn it 90 degrees as long as it matches the connecting sort of track. Okay, but 2 Shroud and 2 Clues and Victory 1? That's no bad thing. Exactly. Upkeep. The hybrid readies. All of these horrible, horrible enemies ready. And a bunch of my shit readies. Hatchet Man. Hatchet Man feels good. Hatchet Man feels really good. Only someone who is half seas over would lather up the O'Banions. Hatchet Man belongs to a very specific subset of Arkham Rogue cards that hint at this criminal underbelly in Arkham. I mean, it doesn't hint at it, it specifically says it. But, like, we don't have, like, a gangster yet. We have a number of gangster-adjacent rogues. I like to think Alessandra's rubbed shoulders with a few O'Banions in her day. Okay, that's gonna be really useful. Exactly. We go to 8, but actually 10 out of 14 Doom, and we draw a goddamn encounter card. Calcification? Ah! River Hawthorne gasps. Skids is... What is Skids? Skids is... I think he's just called a criminal. Let's see what it says. I'm sorry, the ex-con. This fucking guy. Look at all these versions of him. What a sweetheart. Damn. His cellmate burst into flames, apparently. This absolute unit. The ex-con. I mean, yeah, but what was he in jail for? Parking tickets? I don't know. Who knows? Okay. The first time you move each round, take a direct damage. You asshats! Action, test agility 3. If you succeed, discard calcification. You may take a direct damage to literally pry the horrible gemstones out of your body. Skids was busted in Tokyo for drifting his Model T. Okay. Okay, calcification. This is quite bad, but it's okay. I think we're all right here, guys. Back around to the investigation phase. Okay. Here's the plan. We evade with Hatchet Man. We stir the pot to do 2 damage to a couple of enemies. Then... Oh my god, it's so many actions to move things. It's so many clues to move things. What I really need is a card that gets me a bunch of clues. String of Curses. It's the doom from the encounters that's really killing me. Salute, King Pine Martin. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. We're just in the middle of Written in Rock, the first scenario of the Feast of Hemlock Vale. All right, see ya, Flower. I'm hoping the panic doesn't set in too much here. I'll take a thing on my fox mask. All right. All enemies all the time. All right, just to be clear, calcification gives me a direct damage when I move, the first time I move. So I have to get rid of this, or I'm dead. Frenzied Miner kills my people, the residents, so I also have to get rid of this. Aw, King Pine Martin, that's so sweet. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm doing great. We're having a good time. This is the new campaign. I'm not sure when you fell out of Arkham Horror, or maybe you're just referring to TTS, I don't know. But it's been great so far. This is a campaign focused mostly on roleplay and storytelling, although in mechanically complicated scenarios like this one, maybe we're gonna be dealing with this instead. Okay, so Frenzied Miner. Okay, I need to evade a number of enemies here. What does Stir the Pot do? I cannot move to an addition to a... Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's too bad, Martin. King Pine. May I call you King Pine? May I call you King Pine, Your Majesty? Okay. What are we gonna do here, Zorzi? It's not feeling great. We need to get rid of calcification. We need to spend a bunch of clues to move, and swap. That's what we need to do. Or, Crosshair, bear with me on this one, buddy. Oh, it's the same, isn't it? Move down. Move, swap, swap. That's the same. It's all kind of the same, isn't it? Oh, God. All right. So that means I need a bunch of clues. Warped Rail has clues on it. I wouldn't mind the victory point on it. It's also, but Crosshair, here's where it gets annoying. The resource thing is an action, not a free trigger. Oh my God. So I'm totally fucked in terms of these enemies. I have to blow up all these enemies or evade them all or something, because otherwise I am in big trouble. Oh man, yeah. King Pine, since then, right, we've had the new model, Edge of the Earth, Scarlet Keys, and now Feast of Hemlock Vale. Honestly, I would say it's almost a totally different game now that they're on the new production model of everything comes in a big box, which I assume is more expensive. I only play digitally. Shh. Don't tell anyone. Wait, what do you mean I'm streaming? Okay. An action to slide. Okay, I only have 4 actions. And the big issue is I cannot take damage for the remainder of the round. That's a nightmare. Here's what I want to do. I need to get rid of calcification. That's 1 action. I need to put this rail tunnel up here. I must. Right? So that's going to require clues. Specifically, it's going to require an action for calcification, an action to move this down, and then 2 clues to move this up. Okay. Could I also get the 2 clues on my location? No, because I'm totally locked down with enemies. Oof. I could move this one over, Crosshair. Oh, no, I can't. This warped rail doesn't have a down, it only has an across. Yeah, exactly. This is where it's getting insane. Oh no. Okay, well maybe we're not going to help. Or, okay, hang on. If I burn the clues that I have, let's start here. I think this is the right play. 2 clues. Slide a location or swap. Swap? No, hang on. What am I doing? Swap? Slide? Fuck me. Yeah, swap. And then I can... Oh, rail exit cannot be slid or swapped. Oh, well, shit. All right, well, that's... Oh, that's a spicy meatball. All right, so I have to do slide, swap. Oh, oh no. All right. Slide. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Do I have any other recourse here? Slide. Swap. Slide. Great. That would cost me 2 clues or 3 clues. Sorry, 3 clues or 2 clues and an action and a resource. So, let us... Whoa. I think it was like this. Swap? No, I still need to move 1 up, Osab, although thank you for the thought, because the rail exit cannot be slid or swapped. That's the worst thing. Well, this is the problem. So, okay, I'm thinking basically if I can get a clue, then I can have 1 more slide or swap and we'll be okay, I think. This minecart ride. Like, Alessandra is so ill-equipped for this, I gotta tell you. And no gun, no backstab. Fucking Zamakona is such a piece of garbage. I'm gonna kill this guy. King Pine Martin. I'm playing one of the new investigators, Alessandra Zorzi, the Countess. Spoilers ahead. Have a look at her. 3424, 77. You may take an additional action, which can only be used to parley. But of course, King Pine Martin, the new box contains a whole bunch of new parley cards. So all of a sudden, this is a pretty sweet archetype, I gotta say. Her signature allows you to fast, like, move enemies away, investigate at their location from anywhere, shit like that. Well, Crosshair, I'm thinking what to do with 2 actions in a parley? Blast, well, one of them is calcification, and then one of them is calcification, and then 2 of them are evasion and destroying these enemies. That's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay. Okay. All right, team. I'm spending my 2 clues now. I realize I shouldn't. Like, I realize I should be, you know, trying to get the clues from warped rail or whatever. But we need to try to survive, right? So swap. And slide. So now I need a clue from my location. And then, or rather, I will spend an action and a resource to slide if I can. I've spent no actions yet. Parley. No. Evade. Get it together, Scott. We're going to evade because Hatchet Man will let me do an extra point of damage to things. No, hang on. Do I want to do that? Do I care? Stir the Pot is a parley that allows you to deal 2 damage to each enemy at my location. If I also then evade the most dangerous game, man, I will be able to... Oh, it's the worst! Stir the Pot gets rid... So Stir the Pot only really gets rid of 1 enemy. It gets rid of Ghoul Minion. If I Hatchet Man... Hatchet Man, I should say, is a skill that says the next time the evaded enemy takes damage, it takes 1 additional damage. So that would mean Stir the Pot would do 3 damage, and I could kill the hybrid and the Ghoul Minion. So that'd be 3 things. Then I'd also have to deal with the Frenzied Miner. But then the fucking calcification is going to kill me. Yeah. I don't want one of the people to die. I could also kill my fine clothes. I do think you're right, though. We need to stir the pot. So I'm putting another goddamn doom on Zamakona, which is actually quite bad, but we're not dead yet. Stir the Pot says, Parley. Choose an enemy at your location. Test Intellect X, where it's their combined damage and horror values. I will choose the Frenzied Miner, because it only does 1 damage. Difficulty 0 with Fine Clothes. If you succeed, deal 2 damage to each enemy. Oh, but hang on. I should be evading first, right? No, it doesn't matter. I need to evade the Frenzied Miner. Sorry. I could also String of Curses. No, that places a doom. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's insane. Oh god. Oh my god. It'd be really nice if I could move to a connecting location. 2 switches, Crosshair. So in theory... Oh no. Yeah, in theory I could be out of here, right? Move at the end of the enemy phase, double move to get into the rail exit. 2 switches. Let us stir the pot. Well, in that case, I should be String of Cursing, because then I get a clue. That saves me an action. Maybe! Sorry. Oh, God. I do like the idea of doing this. Okay. String of Curses. Doom the Miner. Take a clue. It cannot take damage for the remainder of the round. That's okay. I think this is all right. Stir the pot. Basically, Zorzi's finally bringing out the dynamite that's been stored in the back of the carriage for as long as possible. This is going to do... Fuck, it doesn't destroy the hybrid. Well, I mean, we have a frenzied hyperactive kid here, weirdness. Or Simon might be up to 25 years old. I honestly don't know. Sneak attack is a card. What does this do for me, though, really? I evaded an enemy so I can pickpocket. But is this what I want to do? All right, sorry, guys. I really want to figure this out here. A clue and an evade is quite strong. So I think that's pretty good. Then if I were to Yes, Crosshair, that's the ticket. Yes, so we're going to stir the pot. The difficulty is 0. So I'm testing 4 to 0. It's good. Sorry, Pickpocket draws me a card from the thing. Vamp. We'll look at that in a second. 2 damage, kills the minion, and deals 2 damage to the burrowing hybrid. Neither do I, Crosshair. It's quite annoying, to be completely honest with you. I feel like there was a better way to do this. Vamp. Choose an enemy at your location, test any skill 3. If you succeed and you tested, so this is, of course, this is Bianca Cats here singing, right? Unfortunately, Crosshair, String of Curses specifically says, evade that enemy, place a doom on it. It cannot take damage for the remainder of the round. I know. But it gave me one of the clues that I need. So that's okay. Vamp is a parley that allows you to do a bunch of different things. Sorry, it allows you to do any one of these things, right? So ideally, I would get this clue, take out calcification, and move the hybrid. I don't really want to do any... I'm not quite sure if I understand what you mean. Oh, yeah, I want to succeed, but I also have to deal with the hybrid first because hitting calcification will provoke an attack of opportunity, which I'm not really here for. Basically, my question is there a way for me to calcification, get a clue, and deal with the burrowing hybrid? And the answer is no, not at this time. Which is kind of crappy. Because it would be nice to do all 3 of those things. Really, really nice. There's only so many actions in a round, guys. This is the problem. Jesus, look at this goddamn doom rolling up here. Well, yeah, but I don't want to. Although, well, I need to control River and have 2 clues in order to help River. The whole point of coming down here was to rescue Simon. I can kill the fine clothes, but then I have to... Yeah, I'd have to take 2 attacks, basically, is the problem, right? Like you're saying. Let's investigate. No, this is Crazy Town. Yeah, but who am I killing? This is the question I have for myself. Kill the fine clothes. In the enemy phase, I can't take a damage, so I'd have to kill either River or Simon. Oh, if I had that... There's a card that I have access to that allows me to transfer damage over. 2 o'clock? I don't have time for this. God, I have another stream in an hour. Okay. So I could parley to discover a clue. Gets me a victory point. Presumably helping River and helping Simon will also get me victory points, though. Because here's the other thing. What if I get a clue at another location, and then I have the clues for River, right? Oh, God. Burrowing hybrid needs to be dealt with. Calcification needs to be dealt with. I mean, fucking barely, though, huh? Is the big problem. Oh, God, and this burrowing hybrid is 2 locations behind me. It's coming to kill me! Oh, God. Actually, I think we may be boned here, guys. We will see, we will see, we will see. Let us evade. I know that feeling. Let us vamp. And we're gonna move an enemy back. Is that the right play? Oh god, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm... Can I deal 2 damage to this enemy? Hatchet Man says, if the skill test is successful during an evasion, the next time it takes damage this turn, deal it an additional damage. This is like a setup card, right? Like evade and then shoot for an extra point of damage. But I do not. What I could have done, evaded with Hatchet Man first, then use Stir the Pot to blow them both up. But it would have, the minor would have also been an issue, and it's a whole thing. Plus I wanted the clue. Can I recon all of this? No, I've already done too much. The game is nearing its end. Let us just smash through this, guys. Let us party hardy until it is tardy. We are going to keep Vamp. No, we're going to use Vamp. Vamp. We're testing agility 1 to evade this enemy. No. If you succeed and you tested combat, deal 2 damage. So sorry, let me just be clear. I would be yeah, but you have to do the effect that, right. You have to do the effect that it says. I mean, if I tested actually, what am I doing? You're totally right, Crosshair. Let's test combat. I am 2-1, but I'm gonna commit Well Dressed, which has 4 wild icons because it's parleying. 6-1. There you go. Boom. Suck it, the burrowing hybrid. Whoa! +2. If you succeed, choose a non-elite enemy at your location. Totally what I meant. If you succeed, choose a non-elite enemy at your location or at a revealed connecting location. Automatically evade that enemy. I'm going to... There are no enemies at revealed connecting locations. Tragically. Tragique. But I did kill it. I have to calcify here. Now, calcify. I have to calcify and I have to commit a fox mask offering to it. 7. Gone. Okay. Then I have to spend this clue to slide to the left. Okay. It's not great, guys. Oh my god. Alessandra Zorzi is pulling out all the stops. She is humming a tune, trying to call back her partner, Bianca, who has been lost somewhere in the catacombs, somewhere in the mine behind. She's been destroying creatures. She's been spewing curses. Okay. Enemy phase. Hunters hunt. So Zamakoma hunts twice. I'm going to put him down here. This burrowing hybrid hunts and attacks me. Exactly, Crosshair. I'm going to have it kill the fine clothes. Then... the minecart is going to move. Oh, fuck me. Left turn. 2 shroud, 1 clue. Double action, swap to adjacent rail locations. Limit once per game. I'm going to change the minecart. I'm going to spend a switch to keep moving because I just want to get the hell out of here. What else am I doing? I think we're good. The burrowing hybrid is exhausted from attacking, so it's not attacking me anymore. We're still moving. We're still moving. Alkaline rail. The tunnel is choked with a blood-red mist. Every breath induces a painful fit of coughing. Oh no! And then we keep moving. We just keep moving. We spend the last switch to move up. The inviting glow of lamps and the scent of fresh air surely means there is another exit. The acrid cloud of smoke burns their lungs and nostrils as Alessandra holds her breath desperately, hoping against hope that there will be a way out. Scratch marks score the walls and beams nearby. You shudder to think of the frenzied creatures who have escaped North Point Mine to hunt for their next meal. 1 shroud, 0 clues, and... victory 1. When the minecart enters rail exit, immediately advance. Sparks fly off the tracks as you pump the cart brakes until you slow to a stop. Check the following. If an investigator controls Simon Atwood. Resolution 1. Okay. Well, my hope is that at least... So I didn't end up helping River because we ended up dropping all of the samples of things over the side. That was truly tragic. Oh, sorry, Crosshair. Well, I checked them in the correct order. So if an investigator controls Simon Atwood. Leia Atwood, no. If Simon Atwood is still set aside or still in play, but not under the control of an investigator, that's not true, right? I think, yeah, they're probably arranged in that order, right? Leia Atwood, whatever, and if none of the above is true. Resolution 1. It is 1 VP, but hopefully there is more to be had. Simon steps out of the minecart looking dazed. "What a ride!" he shouts, troublingly unfazed. "No matter what, you are definitely going in the Miners' Secret Order of Mischief's Hall of Fame. You're in good company with George Washington Carver and my mom." I think he is a child. He nearly trips as the rail line slopes upward towards the brilliant sky. You help him to his feet and lead him outside into the clear, fresh air. Update your campaign log. In Simon Atwood's notes, record Simon survived. Increase his relationship level by 2. We earn 2 bonus experience. Simon survived. 2 relationship. And 2 extra XP. We'll hold on to that for now, because there might be more. Skip to resolution 6. Miskatonic Survey, June 1926. Members Marquez, Musgrave, and et al. We were lucky to escape. Graspy Loot, I am romancing the big Dommy Mommy, who is if I can, who is currently, she's got a rifle almost as big as herself, and she hunts game that, tries to hurt people. I think her name is Judith Park. We were lucky to escape from North Point Mine with our lives. Extreme instability and seismic tremors. Findings include asymmetrical crystal formations, rodents of unusual size, and an unusually aggressive insect population. If the prismatic shard story asset was under the control of an investigator, choose an investigator to add it to their deck. It does not, so we don't have it. Update your campaign log. If you helped River, increase River Hawthorne's relationship level. We earned a bonus experience. We did not help River because we did not have the clues. If an investigator controls River and the above is not true, decrease River Hawthorne's relationship level. What a shit! Oh well, it's already at 0, so. It didn't help me find things for my love. I was trying to keep us alive, River! Each investigator earns experience equal to victory X of each card in the victory display. We may now spend the experience recorded under unspent experience. In the areas surveyed, check off North Point Mine. Check your campaign log. If it is day 1, turn to Prelude the First Evening. So, annoyingly, and perhaps it was, So I see 1 victory point on the board, 1 that I couldn't quite get, another that I couldn't quite get. Yeah, 3 XP is not... Ah, God. 3 XP is fine. Whoops. As you pointed out, Crosshair, we're not dead, and I think that's worth a lot. There we go. A single copy of Confound. I mean, honestly, I might. Oh, there's also a card called Snitch that I feel like would be very useful. Okay. So, that got away from us pretty fast. I thought it was Biff the Baff. I also thought it was Biff the Baff. And this brings us to the end of Scenario 1, Day 1, here in Hemlock Vale. Alessandra Zorzi, it went okay. Zamakona is a little piece of shit, and I'm going to beat the snot out of him the next time I see him. Bianca D. Katz has been left behind in the mines, but hopefully we'll find her again at dinner. We rescued River, but apparently River was fine, even though River was not fine. And we rescued Simon, and now the plan is coming together. This troublemaker is going to be a spy for us. So, There you go. I'm not going to play the next prelude because it's called Prelude. I assume it's going to be do this and then, you know, go immediately into Night 1. So, next time on Doomed, we're going to be playing a Prelude, and then we're going to see what Night 1 looks like. I have 3 XP, and I'm spending it all, baby! Thank you all very much for joining me. In about 45 minutes' time, it's the Poe Show! Instead of Drew Crew today, I am going to be reading some Edgar Allan Poe. Let me just get my shit together before I do that. I will very specifically spend it in one place. Thank you very much. Yeah, so hope to check you all out. Hope to see you all in about 45 minutes or so here on the Poe Show. And then hopefully next week we're going to see you for the first evening and Night 1 here on Doomed. It's been cool. I like Alessandra Zorzi, even though we got a little run over by all of those enemies, but it was still pretty cool. If this is day 1, cannot wait to see what day 3 is going to hold at the Feast of Hemlock Vale. I'll see you next time on Doomed.